Hey.
Hey, what happened to my song? I ain't getting no sexy song this time. I got no love. Al, can you hear me? Look at that. No love.
Hold on
I
one
think
second. I got you.
you got me. I mean, next week I want a sexy song because I get it. Usually I have like a sexy song. Like I really get some like song that make you feel like you're about to do something.
Right,
It ain't
okay.
happening today. I don't know what's going on, but there was no motherfucking foreplay. So I'm just saying, it's like just sticking the dick in the
Jump right
ass
in.
that has no get right. Eventually it makes it work because it's gonna be a good show. But I'm just saying in the beginning it just makes it kind of rough. Well, on that note, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. I'll let my guests introduce their own selves because
No, don't
we be too much
introduce
sharing.
yourself yet. Give me 1 second. I
Oh,
got something for
don't
you.
do it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Look, watch. They're gonna think I'm drinking wine. There you go. There you go. Look at that. You see that?
Up and out the river, sip it up. Your necessary me, I back it up. Make your hips swing, lean and up. Till you lose your head, then you join the walk. Heard ya, girls here get it in. Till your phone start ring, ding, 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 ding. And I be my way to him. Zim, my boyfriend killer, oh yeah.
With the lighters on.
Shimmer got the night simmering. Him see me in a style and never see you win. Beep, beep, we on the way and we're glimmering.
See, I got my song now.
Yeah, there you go.
Now you're in the mood, right? You see what I'm saying? A little foreplay. You're like in the mood now. It's like, okay. All right. I want y'all to know before we guzzle this down, I'm tricking y'all. This is water. That's the joke. All right. Here's my guest. You know I don't introduce guests. Please take it away. Tell them all your credentials before we get all funny and have a good time. Tell them your name, credentials, where you live, all that stuff. Coming from like upstate New York, right?
Yeah, we'll say upstate New York.
We'll say whatever. It's beautiful wherever she is. Go ahead. Let's talk. Go ahead.
So, my name is Christine Barksdale. I'm not giving all my credentials, but I own a business, Sustainable Passion, which is a sex positive, women centric adult boutique in Ithaca, New York. And I've been in business since 2009, and I've had the store since 2010. So that's really.
And we won't talk all into details. Let's just say her background will put you in some handcuffs.
Literally.
Handcuffs. She likes to play with the handcuffs. Oh, how wild we getting tonight? We are getting wild tonight because it's Wednesday. This is our first Wednesday. They're not ready for us. Like next week, I think everybody will do the transformation because this is our first official Wednesday. But the thing about it is, I've been slacking, so next week I won't be slacking. I'm gonna be getting on the game, so they're gonna probably watch the replay and everything. But it's okay because people are gonna get it. Maybe they're on here from the other show, who knows? But it's about to get down. We talked a little bit, so we can get straight into some stuff. What did we say we're gonna talk about? Like, what was the first thing that we talked about that we said that we're gonna talk about? Not the colorism. What was the other thing?
Oh, contracts? No, did you say contracts?
Yeah. Well, you know what? She had a brief thing on contracts. If you were listening last week, she agrees with me on the contracts. I feel like after 3 years of dating, I need a contract. I need to get money if we break up and it's your fault. Now, one of the facts when we were talking on the phone, we talked about didn't even realize Mariah Carey got money. Like, yeah, she got money. Right. I'm just gonna put that out there. She got money, so I want my money too. We're gonna leave it at that. What's up? Hi, Tyrone. See all that? That's awesome. I'm glad everybody's on here. Hi, Reggie. Love it. But no, we said something else. What did we say we was gonna talk about? I know colorism was something else before that. Oh, settling.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into some topics. Let's just do this real quick. We were talking about. Well, you know what? Before I talk about settling, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm gonna say this. Okay, let's talk about cheating for a minute. Let's just talk about cheating for a minute, because remember I made this comment. I'm a firm believer. I want everybody to come in and listen to this. If your man is fucking cheating on you and you call the girl, y'all break up, you get back together, he's cheating on you, he's cheating on you again, same girl, stop fucking calling her. This means that clearly she knows that y'all are together Clearly,
Mm-hmm.
he knows what's going on. It's his fault. If he's not fixing it, at this point, when you call, it shouldn't even be about, oh, you cheating, you have my man, everything. I really feel like at this point you should be calling and saying, okay, so do you have your doctor's thing? Because I need to know, because I know he's hitting you raw, he's hitting me raw. What day should we be getting? Like, I just feel like at that point it should just be an open relationship.
Well,
And
is he really cheating though? Because if they're not married and it's the second time, he's in a relationship.
ooh,
He's just in a relationship.
do
Like
not
that's
let that face, don't let that innocent face fool you. Did you hear what that said? She said, do
listen,
not let it fool you. She
I
just
mean,
said, is it really cheating? That's a whole nother topic. I love this because I thought it was still cheating, but you telling me that you don't think it's cheating.
well, look, it's not
Okay.
like it's a different person. She's just another. Like people be like, she's a side chick, but this is the thing. If he's with her and he's with you,
Tyrone likes you. See, I told you. I love it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish
but
up.
if
Sorry,
he's
cut
with
your
both
thought
of
off.
y'all, he's with both of y'all. And both of you know it too. So stop playing around and acting like you don't know it. And now somebody wants to be like, well, I'm number one. It's like number one wife and number two wife. Like you just should just accept it or don't accept it. But don't pretend you didn't know what he was doing to begin with. So it's not really cheating at that point. He's in two relationships.
Y'all ain't
So
never heard me say this. Look, you get eyeballs and everything. Like, I love you this. This is share the love. This is interesting. Because at that point I thought it came an open relationship. So I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that women take it as women, we have to really look at this. Because it's a pet peeve of mine. I'm not gonna judge you for staying with your cheating man. Is there a different is there different types of cheating? I'm gonna let my guest answer that and then I'll answer it. What do you think?
yeah, because I think that it's different. So first of all, to me, it's cheating when you're not honest. Like like I
About
equate it with
everything?
no, like it's like to me, I equate it with like let's say a snitch. Now, let me just go to
Okay.
another thing. Let's say you're involved in the stuff and you go tell you're a snitch.
Okay.
But if I see you do it and I have nothing to do with it, I'm a witness. Like that's how I feel about it. I'm like, oh, don't
Yo,
do that in
I'm
front of me.
loving this.
Otherwise, that's dumb. Like, don't do stuff in front of me that I'm not involved with. So the same thing in a relationship. Like I heard someone recently say, you like a co-conspirator. Like, what are you doing? Like you knew he was doing it. The first time, let's say he said, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I won't do it again. That's cheating. But
Okay.
he does it a second time. He says, "Ooh, baby, I'm not gonna do it again." You're like, "No, you are gonna do it again." Because why would you? The first time, fool me once. The second time,
Okay.
you just
What,
wouldn't have done
what I'm
it.
saying when we say that, it's the thing with doing it with the same girl too. Like
Yeah.
if there's
So he's
multiple
in a
different,
relationship with her.
right, but if there's multiple different girls, then we have an issue. But I mean, if they didn't know there's multiple different girls, then it's definitely on him. But you know how people cheat
Yes.
with this same girl, like it's like this one girl's a problem. At this point, that's why I said the conversation really shouldn't be getting mad at him. At this point, the conversation should be with her. Don't get mad at her. It should really be a conversation like, wait, you down with the ops? You know where's Ella?
Oh,
Yes. So I'm just saying, at this point, I feel like you should just say some partners like to be fooled. They do. But what I'm saying is you might
they
as well
don't
just keep
really
it.
like to be fooled. That's not true either. They just don't want
They
you to.
don't want, you know what it is? I feel right. I feel like they're scared that people would judge them on the acceptance of what you're saying.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
I feel like when you sit in the room and say, well, I know he does that and I accept it, and all the women in the room are like, what the fuck? Like,
That's
are
right.
you accepting that? I think that's the bigger fear than
Right.
actually the acceptance in the point. Because at a certain point, if you keep taking this man back and he keeps cheating, literally, you don't understand that you're living in an open relationship. You just don't know it. But now we want to pretend like, what's the consequences? I'm not fucking you. That's not the consequences because you can't do that because you just go fuck the other girl. So what you going to do? Not clean the house? Like, what is the consequence? Like, seriously, what is the consequence? There really is no, oh, I'm not talking to you. But if he's not talking to you, you're going to go over to the other girl's house. So now this is why I feel like it's misdirected anger. So now you're angry at the other woman only because you feel like you can punish her because that's the one you can fight. You can't win the fight with the man.
Right.
So I just think
That's
the whole thing is the maturity. I think the older you get, the more mature you should get about it and really see it in the way that it is. Because typically, if you're dealing with a 50-year-old cheater, then come on now. Okay, remember, even an open non-monogamous only works when the main parties are honest. If
Right.
there are secret partners, that it is still cheating. I'm just
That is
saying that
cheating. That's
it is
cheating
still
because it's
cheating.
not honest. And
Right.
that's the
We're not
problem.
saying that's
The
not cheating.
biggest point is that it's about honesty, though. Like, just be truthful. Like, people lie. Like, people lie for no reason, though. Like, and if you then decide that you're going to accept the lie, once again, you got lied to once, maybe twice. Now you're going to just keep accepting the lie. And each time,
But
what
I
you're going
think that.
to
But here's the thing. I think some people want to live in a pretend fantasy world.
sure, but then that's their fault. Like, just be
Okay, then don't complain, right? So don't
right.
complain. There you go.
That's
Don't
right.
complain.
That's right. My
But I
father
just
taught
feel
me
like
freedom
the
comes with
way.
responsibility.
But my thing is the way that things are right now. Seriously, if you look at dating right now, okay, so we've been so much stuck on COVID and everything that we're not talking about the new STDs. We got monkeypox now, STDs, AIDS is on the rise. All this other stuff is on the rise. And I'm just saying, we're not talking about STDs anymore because we're so COVID conscious and new COVID coming out and all that. Open relationships will not work without honesty. Correct. But my thing is, to me, it's a OPB. Oh, naughty by nature. Yes, I think it's a safety issue to me. Because my thing is, if you gonna keep cheating with her, I just need to make sure that she at the doctor too. And who else is she fucking with? Like, that's what I'm saying. I want safety for my vagina. Honestly,
Right.
this is more about than your cheating thing. It's safety for my vagina. I'm sorry. I just want safety for my vagina. So can I talk to her? Because we get the same, doctor's appointments and everything. Like, seriously, let me just talk to her, make sure her shit's right. Is your shit good? Because if
Right.
you got a little BV thing going on, you can bring that over here. Like, listen, I'll take care of this week. You clear that little thing, take your antibiotics. I can go ahead and I'm just saying, please, like, that's just
Just
my
be
thought.
honest.
There you go. Other people's property. I got it.
But nobody's anybody's property. That's the problem. You can't control what somebody else does. So you either decide that you're going to be honest, or you let them lie to you, and then then it's because you think
Lying
it's
is
like
important for the. Lying is important for the main. Giving up that question. The question is, who does he like more? His main chick, if he tells, or the side chick because he tells her the truth. Every time people ask that question, I just believe it's about evaluating the relationship with the person and what they can take. Some women can take the truth, and some women need a fantasy because they actually know the truth, but they want you to lie to them.
But you know what the problem with that is? And I think that's
Okay.
you treating somebody like they're a child instead of letting them be responsible. Because if you tell them the truth and they bounce, then they bounce. Like, because a lot of times to me, it's cowardly too. It's like you're afraid you might lose that person. So you're not going to tell them the truth. It's not that you're really worried
But
about.
most likely they know the truth and they're
Right.
already there, so they're not going to leave. Because probably they're there for
Right.
a good dick. Let's be honest.
Or for whatever reasons, for the companionship. Look, I have a friend who has had multiple women. I used to call his women by the days of the week. So I was like, how's Tuesday? How's Friday? Because I knew that he was going to see one on Friday and one on and it was the same ones. And he was like, I'm not in a relationship. I was like, look, you fucked them once, you're not in a relationship. But 2 or 3 times, you in a relationship now, especially if it's 2 or 3 times regularly. So every Friday, you in a relationship now.
If you're having sex with somebody every Friday and y'all are conversating too, you're in a relationship. You can pretend like you're not, but you're in a relationship. We together.
But he did tell them, the different ones, that there were other people. And I remember one of them knocked on my door because she was upset because one of the other ones was at the house. And I was like, well, is it your day? Because here's the thing. My attitude is you made a choice because he told you what he was doing. He didn't actually lie about it. I thought it was grimy, but he's my boy. And I was just like, well, if y'all really want to do this, knock yourself out, but don't then come cry to me later. Like, don't cry to me because
my thing is if we make a pact, I think you should stick to your days.
Absolutely.
Like if you have days, I think you should stick to your days. Like if you're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then you should stick to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And even if it comes to going out, you can't deviate from them. You can't do that. Like you get in my space if I'm Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, I just I just think that we need to stick to our days. Like I don't know what's going on. But getting to what we were going to talk about before. Oh, Miss Blue. They're gonna call you Miss Blue. Where have you been all my life? Yes, she will be back. Don't worry. This is my friend.
Oh my
And I'm going to
God.
do a quick story how we met. You want to know where we met? At the sex convention. That's where we met, and we clicked. We clicked so good. It was really good. She is extremely knowledgeable, and you know your girl. She was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, crazy. And we clicked, and so we talk about a lot of this stuff, and I knew she would be great because there's a fun side to you, and I knew it.
Yeah.
Got to communicate in your relationship. You do. Bring
Yeah.
us to what we're talking about. What I want to really talk about. It's going to be a little serious, but a little funny in a way because it came across my mind because a lot of people are talking about settling. And I just think that's such an interesting word and an interesting thing because I don't think settling is the same like it was before. Like people say, oh, you shouldn't settle. I think if you're in your 20s to 25, you don't have to settle. But when you start getting past 35, I think you really got to think about your choices. So if you get this man that is hitting all the marks and he might be missing one little mark, and I'm not talking about, Lord, let's take cheating off. He's not a cheater. So let's take that off the board. Cheating is not the problem. I don't know. Like he doesn't dress in the clothes that you like or something. I don't know. Pick one of those things. But he hits everything else. He doesn't make you have super bells and whistles, but he makes you like him. So do you give all that up chasing the pow? Because people say, oh, you're settling. And I'm saying, do you think settling? Wait, never settle. Always keep it an open date. See, Tyrone, I'm not sure about that. Not in this dating these days. There's not a lot of good men out there. So you're talking about a man that's making good money. He cares about you. He's attentive. All these things. So you might not like the way he dressed, or he just doesn't give you the super, super sparks, but you like him. I don't know. I think that women over a certain age, you got to start thinking about the choice of man that you have because that's your entire future that you're going into. If y'all like a lot of things, what do you think?
I don't think it's really about the age because I'm one of those women of a certain age. So that's the first thing. But I think that it's about you being honest about what your standards are, right? So I think a lot of times women have these lists that are sometimes unrealistic. Like
they're a little too high, right?
Yeah, it's like you've been looking at cartoons, like he's got to be perfect, and then they don't even look at themselves. Like your ass ain't perfect. That's what they don't look at themselves. It's like the car. Who is that?
Yeah, you want a nice fit man, but you a size 14
or size 30, and you not even trying to walk anywhere. You like, but he don't look like this. Like I don't. Like to me, the struggle is like that's the thing because there are certain things you can do, right? You don't like his clothes, buy him some clothes. Like there's not even that deep, right? So, but there are some things. I know a woman once who said that she had a checklist of like 100 things, of the man she wanted.
All right, let's get it straight. How about this? You like oral, he doesn't do oral, but he has everything else. Good money, takes you out, you laugh, have a good time, but he's not eating the coochie.
I think we'd have to have a conversation. Because you know why? Because here's the thing that I would say. Maybe you had a bad experience.
Oh, God. Give me that size 14. Well, I know you, Reggie, you would love the 14. I just use that as an example. Yeah. Got the monkey parts before I close the shop. Just joking. Oh, my Lord. I'm just saying.
No, but like, because it could be like, okay, like maybe there's something happened, like, or like if I would like, for me, a deal breaker would be somebody who's like, I'm absolutely never, ever doing that. Never, ever, ever, ever. But then they expect you to do everything. Like, to me, that's a problem. Like, or let's say you say you don't like oral, but you tell me I can't use a toy or something like that. And I'm like, well,
what that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you can still do the toy stuff. Like, do you? Okay, so would you settle? Like, because someone would say if you stay with him, that's settling. Okay, if you got COVID, can I switch out to Saturday asking for a friend? Oh my God, I can't. That has got to be Wiz and his crazy self. If you Wednesday, you got COVID. No, you can switch. Really?
Yes, switch.
You can switch if you got COVID. I thought the schedule stays the same. No,
when y'all have to talk to each other though. Maybe plan it.
I don't want them conversating too much. I like complete control. Nope, you can't switch. We just not doing shit. That's it. No. Or guess what? You bring in a substitute. all out of the mix.
Okay. I don't know if people
No?
would like that though.
Okay,
Neither one of them would like that. You know?
Okay, no problem.
No.
I'm just asking questions. So that's what I'm saying. Do you think that's really settling? I just don't. I'm just looking at these men out here because right now all the statistics are crazy. They're even saying now because women have these really high expectations now that men are going to be lonely now because they're not going to be getting married and different things because women are like, oh no, if you don't meet these, I'm not doing this. And it's just getting jacked up and crazy. Give a number and roll the dice every week. I'm loving it.
That's funny.
So I'm just really also if anybody wants to call in, they can. Al, flash the number if they have a question or anything or they want to make a comment. I'm not sure. All y'all should have a group chat and talk to each other. They should have a group chat. But that's what I'm saying, the settling thing. I don't know. I just feel like you said, I think women, some of the expectations are too high. And I think that y'all need to be looking a little bit like, come on now, you can work with that. That's a little petty because I'm just saying. But now we're going to get into it.
I think you really do have to have realistic expectations of who someone is. And if you have a fantasy person that's like that exists only in the movies, then, if you grew up reading fairy tales and you like, I don't want a real person anyway, then, now you get real dolls, get you a robot.
My interesting thing that we don't agree on is I think that when you're younger, you get a little bit more choice and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like from anything from to 26, I think I could break up with somebody if they're not doing it for me. I'm like, okay, I can try to get another one. I'm just feeling like that little 35. You got to maybe work with it a little bit. Okay, but it's okay. That's
you know what happens? This is what I don't want, and this is the difference between when I was younger. I think because I was more likely to settle when I was younger, or the idea because I was like, oh, I could change him. You get a certain age, you're like, I can't change this person. So either I'm able to roll with it and be adaptable, or I'm not going to, because I'm okay. I don't necessarily want to be by myself, but once again.
All right, well, we're going to put you in a hot seat for 1 second. We always put a guest in a hot seat. So let us know give us 2 of your deal breakers in a relationship.
So lying. I don't like lying. Like it's real close.
All right, give us a fun, juicy one. Like if he has like one ball bigger than the other, you're like,
no, but if he has a dirty ass though, like like you just smell like I can't.
She said if you can smell his ass, it's a wrap. That's what I love it.
I need you to go. Yes.
It's like I don't care. Like you smell. I know what you mean. It's like bad breath. Like
Yeah, but you know what? If your breath is bad, I might take you to the dentist. Like I might. You might have to get.
Blue, do you have any available days? Okay.
Oh my God.
You can say that, but dirty ass just means you don't wash your ass.
That's right.
Something. That is a pet peeve. You know what guys do sometimes, and they don't notice, but that would drive me crazy. Going on your dirty ass thing, a guy that doesn't take a shower on the weekend, like like they think it's the weekend. They're like thinking they're relaxing, like just watching TV, and then they stay there the whole day, and then they go to the next day, and I'm like, did you shower? I'm telling you, men do it. Like sit there all day chilling, wash. Wait a minute.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So here's some fun questions really quick before we get into our other thing about colorism. We're going to get into that. Because this is just a fun thing that I noticed. So when you're dating somebody, I will not go to the bathroom in front of them. Do you think it's acceptable at what time to go to the bathroom? I will literally, like if we went to a hotel, I would go down to the lobby bathroom and go to the bathroom.
You mean to go poop or something?
The poop. Number 2, I'm not doing. Not to pee. I can pee. I cannot do number 2. I won't do it. If I'm going to the house, I'm trying to figure out how to hold it for the weekend. Sweaty balls are healthy. Stop trying to.
No, they're not.
We're not gonna do that. So, and it's funny to me because I wish one of the guys, could y'all tell me when would you poop in front of a your girl or whatever? How long did that take? So how long do you think, like, will you do it? Like, I'm not.
Or to pass gas.
Pass gas or go to do number 2. Like guys, I know they don't care. They be like, go to the bathroom, do number 2, and walk out like a champ. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my God, like Red Spice, I'm just Wednesday. Okay, Red. I'm dead serious. Poop scoop, then go to his room. No, seriously. When do you think that you could take a poop like in a relationship?
Well,
Women like season meat.
oh, so I'll tell you that most of my serious relationships started as friendships.
Right.
So I pooped because I had to go. And then we started dating at
See,
some point.
no.
And I was like, oh,
I can't
well,
poop in front of
now
a
you know
friend.
me.
I can't do
Mm-mm.
it.
Oh, yes,
I
I can.
literally have gone over a year and someone has not seen me poop in a
Oh,
relationship.
see? Mm-mm. You just say
I
don't
will
go in
hold it. I will hold it.
the
I will be
Mm-mm.
like, I will send you to the store
That's
so I
not
can go back.
healthy.
I
No, that
know,
is
but I'll
not.
be like, listen, could you go to the store? I need to get something. Or send you somewhere to the car and try to shit it out in 30 seconds.
No, now if we're in a hotel room or something, I would go downstairs just because that's just respectful to another person. You have to
Okay, so
smell
in the
it.
hotel room, you go to the other
Yeah,
bathroom
or
downstairs.
someplace that's confined because you know that's just I would do that for any of my friends though. Like I would just be like
Yeah,
I
but
would.
guys don't do that. It's weird.
Yeah,
Guys
that's
don't
true.
care. They will
Yeah.
go in the bathroom and take it like a crap. You know
Oh
what
no,
I'm
I
looking
had
for?
a friend recently in a confined space who just a friend who went into and when he came out, he's like, I couldn't open the window. I was like, did you blow up my bathroom? And he was
What?
like,
That's what I'm like, wait, what? Season meat is essential. Absolutely not. And that's the thing. Like guys will do that, but you know what I'm looking for? Hey, if she saw you, wait, what?
if she saw you naked, poop. Okay.
Mm-mm. No, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm so disgusted right now. Y'all are disgusting. My thing too is if you poop, I am straight looking for you to go into the shower afterwards. If you poop and just come out,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you like, what? What? You want me to have sex with you? Like, no, I
Oh,
need
that's
you to
great.
take a shit. I need you to get in the shower, wash your ass, and then come out. That's
There
respectful.
you go.
If you poop and just come out like regular, and then we watch the TV like, oh, like we hanging out. I'm like, did you not wash your ass after you poop?
Don't you have wipes in your bathroom? Don't you have
I
a bidet?
don't
Like what?
care. I need you to jump in the shower. No.
What did he poop all over himself? Like,
I don't care. So gross. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let her know you the sugar honey I see. I can't do it. I can't do it.
oh,
See, y'all slide on.
God.
Speaking of
Oh,
too, you do know that I know you know this that you can have an orgasm strong enough to make you poop on yourself during sex.
yeah.
It's super common. It's like I think it's like 45%, something like that. The number was higher than what people think it is. That is not abnormal. And my advice to any of the guys, if that happens, please
That's
don't.
because they were holding it. That's the problem. They should have pooped first.
Probably. Probably. Definitely.
That's the problem.
You should embarrass her. You should turn on the shower for her and let her go in the shower and finish the sex because I'm sure she's embarrassed already. You don't have to embarrass her. Oh, test first by farting. If she doesn't say anything, then blow up the spot. Oh my god. Yo, I will be so turned off. Never witnessed that. Yes, Rodney, it happened. I cannot imagine that. Like if you fart, I would look at you like this. Wait, did you just fart? I never had that problem. It happens.
Yeah.
That and if the woman's like on a diet, if she's on a diet drinking a lot of those diet drinks, she can't hold it and it'll just all come out. That's another way too. All right, let me switch our subject that we said we're going to talk about. I want, because we're in the middle of the hour, I want to talk about something that everyone talks about, but on a different aspect, colorism. So we're talking about colorism and dating. Now, this is interesting. I truly believe there's no such thing in colorism and dating. And I know you told me you believed it. So I don't think so. I definitely think it isn't. I understand colorism when it comes to a job and all that's wrong, but I don't think colorism is in dating. Would you stop Tyrone with the poop sign? Do you see this? This little poop and this fart. I don't think this colorism in dating because I feel it's preference. I don't care if a man says all I like is light skin. Let him like that because here's the thing: if all he likes is light skinned women, then he doesn't want me. So it don't matter to me that you like light skinned women. So who cares?
It doesn't matter. You don't have to care about it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yes, there is definitely color in an issue in dating. You think so? Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
Because like if he's saying I only like light skinned women, it is the question of why. Like what is that? Right? Like
Because maybe
what
that's what he likes.
yeah, but why? Like look, there's a whole bunch of political stuff and historical stuff about why we choose certain colors. And when we know that people, especially in like Africa, Asia, Caribbean, are bleaching their skin to be lighter, it is about that being the standard of beauty. And so
Okay.
if you think that that's what's beautiful, like you've heard the term like, oh, you pretty for a dark skinned girl, or you this for that.
I
Like,
have heard that term.
yes. And that's twisted. Like that's some stuff because we think culturally, white
Well, we also
supremacy is
say light
something.
skinned girls are a certain way. We say that light skinned boys are a certain way. But here's my
Sure,
thing.
but it's all a
The
mess.
reason that I don't bother me because that's the same to me as someone liking someone's. If someone says I don't date plus size women, it's the same thing as I don't date dark skinned men. And let me just say for the record, that's not true over here. Okay.
Listen, I date from it is and I realized this about myself at a certain point because my mother always said, "Don't date anybody lighter than yourself." This was really the truth. And
Oh
my
wow.
mom is really light skinned, so my father and then my stepfather are both very dark men. So, and she used to say it, and I was like, "Do you hate yourself?" Like, and then I realized, like, for a little while, I was like, "Oh, like then I'm gonna look for a dark man." Then I realized I like the range. Brothers are brothers. So, like, if you like are really light skinned, when I'm gonna be like, oh, you too light for me? I'm not. And besides, I was in college in the 90s and light skinned men were in. So
I'm done. You know, it's funny because I have a son. He's really when it comes to that, I can never say that I prefer. Oh, very twisted, right? Right? You said very twisted. Let's go blue. It's really funny to me because I'm like, and I don't like light skinned men. Okay, you know what's funny? See, when she says that, when she says I don't like light skinned men, I don't think it's colorism. I'm just like, that's her preference. Here's my thing. My experience is I'll date any as long as now here's the thing, straight up. As long as you're black, I'm gonna date you. I just don't like white men. Okay, I don't. And you can call me colorism on that. You can call me whatever you
that's
want.
not colorism, that's something else.
I know. I'm just saying. There you go. I don't like them white. That's it. Now, if they come in all kind of shades of brown, I like them. But do I prefer? I have a preference. My son
Right.
is light skinned. I don't prefer light skinned men, but I've been with light skinned men and been in real relationships and everything. And if I love you and you're light skinned, I'm going to marry you. But do I prefer a brown skin caramel size, like a sugar brown sugar latte with cream foam? Yeah, I like that.
You
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
Right.
Particularly, but if I see a really nice, but see, we do it too. Here's the thing: I think women, I'll be sure. See, that's what I'm saying. I really don't like light skinned men, but we're gonna talk about that. But it's okay because I can love a light skinned man too. But it's not like they do it like ooh, more of a. But here's the thing. I think it's an arm thing for me. I think it's physique. It's not even color. It's arms. You have to have nice arms that I really like throw me. Anyway, long story short is because we'll say it, even when we see a dark skin, think about, see, this is the thing. Men get criticized for it, but I hear women say it all the time. Damn, girl, he look good for dark skin. He got some pretty skin.
Oh,
See,
I've
we
never
do it.
I
I
don't.
mean, women do it. Women will
Yeah,
say, if there's a
but
dark
I
skinned
don't.
man,
But you know
you
what? I will tell you, like, I think that we do it with all sorts of things too, right? Like, it's not just skin. You're talking about colorism, but I remember I was in. So one of the first times I was in Georgia, like hanging out, I didn't see anybody with natural hair at that point. And I was like, wow, like this is interesting. And then I went to South Carolina and, I had dreads. I had locks all the way down to my butt. And this girl said, are them dreadlocks? And I was like, yeah, she goes, I couldn't have my hair all nappy like that. And I was like, well, damn, did you just insult me? Like to my face? And then she said, oh, but it looks good on you. And I was like, wow. And I also was like, you got a crazy weave in your hair that I could tell is not
you should
your
say I
hair.
couldn't do that fake hair. I couldn't do the
But
horse
I
hair.
can't do that fake hair that doesn't look good either. Like it's not a good
I
weave. Like
dated
that
a queen.
was I've dated across the range, but I prefer white and Spanish. I love women of all colors though. See, but what's
Okay.
Spanish?
She want
See,
to know if it's black Spanish or white Spanish.
because Spanish is a language, not a people.
Yeah. Oh, education coming in. Education coming
I'm just saying. I just had this
There you go.
conversation with a Latina friend of mine, and I was like, that's a made up category, right? It's just made up. Like, just stop making stuff up.
Because it's like you have your Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, which we consider more on our black sides, but then you have your Colombians that considered Colombians.
Well, it depends on where in Colombia.
Because they're
Afro
on your European
Colombians.
side.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of Afro Colombians. Like that's like we make stuff up. First of all, racism is made up, right? We understand that it's a social construct. But that aside, a lot of times that whole Latino thing.
Hold on 1 minute. I just want to let y'all know we're getting in her Mule House now. You about to hear it because this is her thing. So you about to get some education right now. We step right into her zone.
Right into it by accident too,
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
That's right. They are all made up. That's the point. Like, but one of the things is that even within that construct of within that stuff, what I realize in this country is white people are trying to constantly create more white people. So then you have this category where how do you have a category in a census that says Hispanic white or Hispanic black and doesn't actually, because it acknowledges that that's a language category and that's the only group of people separated by a language that speak. That they
he loves you. Intelligent women are turned on. They're turned on.
So that's a struggle for me to like get through that whole thing of when we talk about it, because we don't always acknowledge that, one, if we talk about the African diaspora, right, we're sort of this range, and what they're trying to do, right, is make sure that we don't become the majority. Like that's really the issue. So
and you know what, I'm going to correct myself now, like now, because I fall into what you're saying. So now, from now on, I will not say Spanish again, because that is a language, not a category. You just open my eyes up, and it's something that we fall. No, it's true, because I like to correct people, because I don't like when people say dreads. I always say locks. When someone says, "Oh, I like her dreads," I'm like, "It's locks," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "That's really a derogatory statement. So you don't want to do that. You want to say locks." And I said that was made, and they go, "Oh," and I think it's important. I think that's the way that we learn, and I think it's very important to listen to someone, and then when they give you the knowledge, to pass it on by changing your pattern. So, like for me, from now on, I will literally, if I say it, I'm going to correct myself. I am not going to say the category is Spanish, because literally I've never even really thought about it, and you're correct. That is not a race, and that's wrong to say. So, really, what should we be calling that race? What should we be calling it as a race?
Well, in terms of, here's the struggle, right? I'm just having this conversation today with someone who was talking about someone being Cuban.
Okay, because I want to know the correct way I'm supposed to say that.
And they were talking about that person being brown. And I was like, here's the thing. Like, I have a really close friend who's very, very dark skinned. When I first met her, she's born here in the US. So, she's just a sister, she's from Harlem too. We're talking, and another friend recognized her name and was like, "Oh, that's Cuban." And they're like, "You Cuban?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, you're not." I was like 19. And she goes, "Yes, I am. Like, both my families are Cuban. Both my parents are Cuban." And I was like, it's the first time I realized that there was really dark-skinned people in Cuba too. Right? Not just brown, but like really dark people. And then I started thinking, okay. And she's like, "I'm black." Like, and that is true. There aren't any real races, because that was made up for that's a whole nother topic about why
we're made up. We still want to keep it sexy, so we want to stay in that zone. But what should we be saying in the category?
So I typically will call people what they want to be called, first of all. But if I'm having a conversation, I will not use the term Latin or Latinx or any of that stuff. If I'm talking to them and they say they want to be, but then I will have a furthering conversation about what it. Remember at the conference when I asked the young lady at if she was Afro Latin. Yeah,
it was ridiculous. We were playing with penises, right? We were doing all these little vibrators. There were like some new ones coming out, which is wonderful. Which, on a side note, I'm going to tell you, one of the best things that we found there. What company is this again? We have it where you stick your penis in it.
Oh,
you put Yes. We both sell those. So stick your penis in it, and you can control it by remote control. So it's like sucking your dick, but I'm controlling it and I'm talking to you. And it can work from Canada all the way to the United States. It's an app. It is so good. Like so good.
Yeah.
Like it has about I think like 15 different speed. You can go suck it in and go, and you don't have to use your hands. I do all the work for you. You just no hands. Just stick it on there. It doesn't even have to be all the way hard. Just letting you know. Anyway, we're playing with this thing, and then she happened to say, and I'm glad that I walked away because I would have flipped out because I flip out about stuff like this. So when we were leaving and we started talking a little bit, the girl's like, "Oh yeah, she identified as people think she's white." I was like, "Wait a minute." I did hear for a second. I stopped for a second and said, "Wait, who thinks you're white?" There's no way. She's like, "Yeah, they do." I said, "Are you sure?" And so she starts laughing. Right. I'm like, "Okay, let me stop," because it's almost like she laughed and put her hand on me, like, "Slow down, baby, slow down." Because I was about to get like real, like I was like, "Wait, what are you talking about? Like, that's how in the world you can clearly see all of your face features?"
That's right.
Oh, you said repeat that? I'll repeat that. What about the Slurpee thing? The good.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh,
so I was confused. And this girl, I promise you, she did not look white. And she is in her head, thinks that she is passing as white and checking the white box. I said to her when we walked away, it's because there's not a lot of Black people in our community selling toys and owning toys. So I think in that world on the business side, there definitely is not, and women, because there's not a lot of women, and then there's not a lot of Black women. So I think she felt it was better to identify as white. So she's going around pretending that she's white, and the white people are pretending that she's white, and everybody's over there just pretending that she's white, but she is nowhere near looking white. She is clearly not white. And
you could be like racially ambiguous, but she was not white. Like, and for her to tell me that. And she was surprised, I think, when I asked her, like, like, how do you identify? You an Afro-Latina? And she was like,
wrong. You know how when you look at you talking to your people and you like, you act a little weird.
That's right. So anyway.
And that was the thing. So on that note, when I wanted to know, but she made me walk away because I was going to ask her, well, what color is your dildo? Is it black? Is it white? Because I'm confused. Like, what color? Or do you use both? But you know what?
Maybe
or just the pink or purple one.
Maybe purple. That's right. Colorless.
Yeah, because that way there's.
That's right. It's just pretty.
There are no colorisms in the dildos.
There is not. They can be any color you want. Ah, yes. So you should repeat. You should explain the stroker again.
Oh, the stroke. Okay. Somebody else wants to hear me make the noise. So the stroker is awesome. It has a 15-year warranty on it. Your dick can be semi-hard when it gets in there, but it won't be hard. It won't be semi-hard once you get in there. So I can take my remote, comes up on my app, comes up on my phone, and I can press the app and do different things. So it'll be going like this. It feel like I'm sucking it, blowing it, squeezing it, twisting it, jerking it, and you don't have to put your hands on it. You just stick it on there. Easy clean. It clicks and you clean it, and it's very easy.
Yeah, because you can pull it out. You can pull the sleeve out.
Yes, it is one of the best things. And you use a little lube with it if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're in a long distance relationship, if you at work at lunchtime, your girl can like make it work for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know a few people got relationship.
Even if you're not, because people can play with it in person with each other.
Look at this. Yes. It is the best. I know a few people who got it from me, and they like how we used the bullet. They went ham for the first time. They used it like 3-4 times that night because they were like, "Oh wow," because it's like
it worked again.
That's what it was doing. They're like,
yeah.
Like, let's do it all.
Yeah.
Do you imagine?
Yeah. Well, because it does the sucking and the vibrating at the same time. So if you put it on I was in this place, I put it on my hand, and so it's like, and then you feel the vibrating at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
she told me, she said, you know what? This is what she told me. She said, a lesbian can use this too. She just stick it.
I said a woman can use it too. Not just a lesbian, a woman could use it too.
She said everybody.
Everybody can use it.
OG, what's happening here? We are taking the toy that was meant for you. All right, you know what? We have a few more minutes, so let's just give them because I know you know the toys inside out. Let's give them some good toys. Let's just what else would we recommend?
Let me see. Well, so right now,
recommend that anal. Yeah, which one you use
which
that
one?
brand too? The anal vibrator, like you put the it's like not a big size, but you put the plug inside your butt and it's a vibrator. So
Is
they
it
can
the
do like
spa
40
one
styles.
too?
Yeah, the spot you told me that one's good. She
Yeah,
sells that
they
too.
have they have one that's warming, which is really nice.
I
And then
didn't know about the warming
yeah,
one. Wait a
it
second
warms
now.
up. It's a warming
You're
plug.
putting the anal vibrator in your ass and it warms up?
It
Now
warms
look at
up.
this. You know I'm about to, when we get off here, I'm gonna order some. Like I'm gonna go ahead and go to the wholesale and order some of that because that needs to
Right.
come home to mama.
That's
Can you
right.
imagine the little style like warming your booty up? Now you don't need the gel. Okay, that's a
And
recommendation. What else we got?
then the little Fem Fun bullets. Those are because
You really
everybody
like
likes a
those?
bullet. Yeah. And I got a Spavcom bullet too that's real cute. It's like I haven't had anybody buy them yet. I haven't tried it,
He
but
said,
it's
"Oh no, Tyrone, you don't want it warming in your boy her butt." Website. Yes, we're gonna get. This is what we're gonna do. We'll connect all that. Like when we get done, we're gonna connect it to the Oh no, we're gonna connect. You can go to my website and just leave me your information, or we're literally going to connect it together.
right.
When we get off, we'll connect it so that when you go onto the what's that iAccess Radio, like go onto our Facebook or internet page, I'll put all the information. Hey, so that y'all can learn about this. What else? There is actually warm. Now, did you ever try? Your customers try the warming vibrator at all? Like I don't have an experience on those. Are
I
they
have
good or
2 or
not good?
3 of them. I think people do like them because they do feel well, like they feel a little hotter as as they get in. I mean,
Okay.
so um and they're all silicone. So it does no anal but the sucky thing I'm not.
He's talking about Chucky. This is Wiz. Wiz has a fair, you know, the Chucky doll. Wiz actually walks
Uh-uh.
around with Chucky doll, and there's something weird going on there. That's all I gotta tell you. That's all I'm gonna keep telling you something weird. I guess my ass will freeze then. I'm done. It wasn't for your ass, sweetie. It was for our ass. You were supposed to use it on us. Now we're telling you, okay, let's talk about a good cock ring for the men because we have a lot of men on here. What's a good one for the men?
So Swapcom has I got what you know what I bought 2 of them. There's one that has that they call it a couples thing because it has a wide enough base so that it can hit the clitoris while
Yeah,
also
I like the ones with the wide
around.
base.
Yeah.
I also
So
like
that's kind of nice one.
the remote control. In fact, this is the funny thing because you are going to the New York show, correct? Are you going
Mm-hmm.
to? I will be
I
up
think
there. We will be up there together. We're actually there's a show in New York, and usually we go to shows with distributors, so only like we can go, like distributors and manufacturers. But this show happens to be in New York. It's called the Sex Expo, and it's open to the public. But we're going to be there, so that'll be a good time. You're going to see. So y'all, everybody here is from New York. The station's in New York and everything. So
oh,
we're
okay.
definitely gonna meet us. So you'll be able to meet everybody. I'll keep you posted because we'll be there together.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's I think it's when is it? First week of October, is it or September? You
Let's
remember
hold
when the
on.
Sex Expo is?
I don't know, but let me
When
look them up.
I'm looking now, and so I can tell you this is one that's open to the public and for us. We're gonna look it up the date right now. I'm gonna keep y'all updated too. It's either I think it's the first week of October or it's September. We're gonna find out right now, guys.
I don't know because I have the
When I'm
Toronto.
looking it up right now. She's looking it up right now. It's still one of the very few ones that New York does.
Yeah, they don't do many in New
And it's only
York. Which
$25.
mm-hmm.
Where does it say? What's it?
I don't know. I got the wrong thing. I have the other 2. I have the Toronto show written down. Hold on a minute. Let me look.
Yeah, this is just the Sex Expo.
Yeah, in New York.
Also, everybody's been watching that show on Netflix. I'm about to we both have access to furniture. Like your dungeon furniture and
Oh.
all that kind of.
Mm-hmm.
We do have access to like the chair that everyone likes. I like pillows. If you don't remember, I told y'all about a sex blanket is a must, and I like a sex pillow. The blanket is a must because if you go to hotels, you don't mess up the bed. It's not like having a whole bunch of sex and then sleeping in the wet spot. I can't stand that.
It's the 24th and 25th of September.
There you go, guys. September 24th and 25th. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Sex Expo. It's in New York, and we will be there. But you can get your tickets. Get the VIP bag. I think that the VIP bag is $25 or something like that. They should still have
Mm-hmm.
tickets. You can get in. Other than that, it's free. But they give you a couple of things. But we will both be there. So when I say that, walking around, we can all meet up, and I'll make sure that I keep giving y'all information. And it's September 25th. I'm going to be in New York definitely for this because I like this one because I love ours, but we can only talk to each other, which is good for us because it tells us what
Right.
to sell. But I like this because I get to kind of talk to the people, but I'm also
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go live from there and definitely talk to you guys. And if y'all are there, we can meet up and we can really explain some toys to you because there'll be different people selling stuff. They kind of open it up for both, so you can have some fun things. But
Mm-hmm.
you can play around. They usually have a decent bag, giveaway stuff fast.
Right.
I like that idea. Yeah. Like I said, definitely both of us is gonna be there. Where do we get the tickets from? They're online. It says if you just put
It's
in
like
New
Expo
York,
New York.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sex Expo New York, you'll see the tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep reminding you, Blue, what are you drinking? Oh, they want to know what you're drinking. Tell them,
It's
you know what? Tell them sperm is 7 calories. Leave you alone.
no, it's hard seltzer because
See,
that has no calories. Zero. Oh no, it has 100 calories, but no carbs. There you go. Sees that.
oh, there you go. I was eating before I got on here. I was sucking on the ices. They have the wine ices. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, I don't know if you're supposed to have 5 or 6 of them at a time, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. No.
Toys are me. I can't. Wiz is. I need to get Wiz a really good toy. Something that I think I really want to like. We should do something that ties him up. He needs because
Yeah.
the beginning a whip class or something like that. I think
Uh
that
huh.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little whip
Basic
class, a
joggers
little
or
light.
something. Mm-hmm.
No, true. It's too hot to have. Ices in Hawaii. What are you talking about? I can't with Wiz. Sometimes you just cannot do Wiz. But no, just for y'all to, we were talking about that stuff, just for y'all to know to go over it. We wanted to talk about a couple little toys. I want to talk about some fun things. I told you about that. I'm trying to think about if there was anything else what was interesting that was new that was coming out. I'm trying to think. Was there anything interesting?
I think that there was just so many more things with apps, right? This year than
I think that's
usual.
the new way to go. I think,
That's the
and
new way
here's
to
the
go.
thing,
There's a
you're
lot of
right. And I want to say this because there is a lot of toys with apps, and I think they're worth it. But here is the thing: don't get me wrong, because a lot of times when you see toys from people, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can find that cheaper." But there's a difference. Like
Yeah.
anything else, there's a top brand and there's a cheap brand, and there's a difference in the power and warranties. Like the
Right.
things that we just told you about, they have 15-year warranties on them. So what I'm saying is when you pick a person, because sometimes people Google and say, "Oh, I can get this from SD, or I can get this."
Yeah.
That's the stuff that's coming over from China. That's $13 and $10. That's some real cheap stuff, and it's
Right.
not going to be the same. So one
Right.
of the things is when you find someone that really knows what they're doing, and it's the quality. Correct, Randy. It's the quality, a boutique. Because the last stuff that we're talking about, they're $100 toys. They can go
Mm-hmm.
up to. She just told me about a $10,000 vibrator. Now that's out of my league, but I'm just saying. That's
But
another
it's
story.
gold.
It's gold. It is gold. But
That's
what
right.
I'm saying is when you get to your higher end, they do more, the function is stronger, you start to get a lot of the like the apps and different things.
Right.
And the best of all, you get warranties. You start to deal
Yeah.
with quality and you start doing that because you can break a toy. And then when you do those cheap ones, that's
That's
why you
right.
keep breaking them.
No,
You
and
keep wearing them out.
companies will treat you well. So, like, if I have someone who has something that doesn't work, they bring it back. I replace it. When I call the company, they're not yelling. They're not freaking out. They're
Yes.
not like, "Oh, are you sure?" They just replace it because,
Yeah,
and
when you start getting
you go
that,
to a bad company, you go and they don't want to replace stuff. They're like, "Oh, because what did you?" I told somebody once, I'm like, what did you expect for $25? Like, like that's
because that's what
disposable.
you're dealing with.
That's
Well,
right.
one thing that we're gonna do, we will be back next Wednesday, and maybe ask Miss Christine with bring her back because we got some other topics. But Alice had a long day. Al's been on 3 shows, so I promised him that I was gonna be on
Oh,
time. I usually don't be on time, but I'm gonna be on time because it's late now. 10:01, and I love Al, so we
yeah.
gotta let him go to sleep and go take care of his business. Gotta have time for him to be able to get his midnight stroke. I told I was gonna get you your home in time for the midnight stroke. So I'm gonna do that. Al, you hear me? Look, you already sleeping. Somebody gonna kill me. I don't know. All right,
All right.
yeah. We're gonna see you next week. Remember the
Oh, I
sex
fell
expo?
asleep. I'm sorry. Did you say
I told you
something?
that. I said I'm gonna be on time because it's 10:02. I was like, Al gotta get his midnight stroke. I know you tired. Peace
Oh,
out,
I was
everybody. I'll see you
sleeping.
next week. Huh?
I was sleeping already.
I just want to make sure you were okay because I knew this was going to be different for you. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
see
just
how I
joking.
always
I'm
go
here.
over? Look at that. I was looking at the time. You should be proud of me because I normally go over, but I'm never going to go over now because it's too late. I know
All
you
right.
tired.
Well, thank you. God bless you.
Of course. I'm trying to look
Yeah.
out for your
My
balls.
girl.
I'm looking out for your
You
balls.
about your
I'm looking
business.
out for your balls. I'm looking out for your balls. You know what I'm saying?
Chucky said he
Hold
want to
there.
host one of those shows though.
I do want to. You know what? I will talk about it because Christine and me are the perfect person for that. So we will talk about that off air. We are going to do something because everyone's waiting for a Wild Thoughts to come because I do them here where I teach them power of the mouth, how to make them blow in under a minute, how to have 11 orgasms. We do toy orgasms. We do bondage, bondage 101 and 102, and we literally get the models and tie them up. We'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We should do a show in New York. I did one a long time ago and it was excellent.
Okay.
But I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you so much for coming. I want to invite you back because we had a ball, and I think
Thank
they loved you.
you.
I mean, they
This was
loved
so
you.
much fun. Thank you so much.
Yes, we'll talk later. I'll call you tomorrow morning because I know you're gonna go to bed
Okay.
too. All right,
Yeah.
bye.
All right. Bye.